Imagine this. You're standing in front of someone who's trying to unsettle you. They're speaking loudly, gesturing, pressuring you with words. And you're silent. Not because you don't know what to say, but because you've already realized, silence is your weapon. Most people fear silence. They fill it with words, excuses, nervous laughter. They think that control lies in speaking. But in reality, control is born in silence. This is the hidden power of cool calm. You don't react, you don't justify yourself, you don't prove yourself. You're simply present. And in that moment, all the power shifts to you. You were taught that you need to explain yourself. That you need to defend yourself to be understood. That you need to speak up to earn respect. But that's a lie. The more you try to prove yourself, the less confident you become. The pause of power. Silence forces others to listen. People can't stand emptiness. They begin to fill it with their fears, their assumptions, their excuses. You just watch, evenly, calmly, expressionless. And now it's no longer you on their hook, they're on yours. In psychology, this is called a frame. Whoever maintains the frame of interaction controls the situation. A loud person wants you to play by their rules, and you step out of the game. And at that moment, they lose their power over you. The energy of silence. Silence is not weakness. It's a concentration of strength. At that moment, your brain doesn't waste energy on defense, but redirects it inward, into clarity, awareness, self-control. You stop being a puppet of emotions. You become an observer. An observer is not someone who is inactive. This is someone who sees deeper. They don't succumb to manipulation because they sense the motive behind words. Silence makes you sensitive to the truth. You hear not what they tell you, but what they're trying to hide. The psychology of attraction to calm. Cold calm is magnetic. People sense it as a void they want to fill. They are drawn to you because their noise becomes irrelevant around you. You don't compete for attention, you simply are. And that's enough. In today's world, calm is rare, and everything rare is valuable. You become someone who doesn't need approval, who doesn't seek a reaction. You break the cycle of dependence on the outside world. Power is not in loudness, but in silence. When you stop explaining, people begin to listen more attentively. When you stop making excuses, they begin to respect you. When you stop arguing, they begin to doubt themselves. You win not by fighting, but by not fighting. Your silence is a mirror. It shows people their own fears, insecurities, and inner noise. They see themselves in you, and it scares them. That's why silence breaks power. You don't have to react to be meaningful. You don't have to explain to be understood. You don't have to prove to be strong. Your calm is the answer that speaks louder than any words. The world is accustomed to shouting, to rushing, to constant noise. But you choose silence. You choose to observe rather than participate in the chaos. You choose to be a support, not a storm. This is the inner revolution. You are no longer part of their game. You are the one who creates your own rules. You don't chase attention. You make attention come to you. People's brains are designed to fill meaning gaps. When you are silent, they themselves fill in the blanks about your words, your feelings, your motives. And more often than not, to your advantage. Because a mystery is always more valuable than an explanation. This is the cold power of calm. You cease to be predictable. And unpredictability is power. People don't respect those who try to please. They respect those who don't need it. Your silence says, I am whole. I don't need confirmation. And this is more powerful than any words. The psychology of self-control. Every time you want to respond in irritation, shut up. Every time you want to explain, take a breath and observe. In this moment, you train your mind to be stronger than instinct. This is where true confidence is born. Cool calm is not indifference. It is a form of inner dignity. You choose not to react because you have a choice. And choice is freedom. When you find it, you will stop fearing loss. You will understand, no one can take your strength if you don't give it away by reacting. You don't have to prove yourself, you simply are. And it is precisely this, simply being, that makes you a magnet. The world senses peace in you. And peace is a luxury afforded to few. You no longer live to react. You live to choose. Silence becomes your filter. It separates the superficial from the real. You don't fight for attention. You create silence, and attention comes to you. You don't seek recognition. You become recognition. And the deeper you enter this state, the stronger your presence. People begin to feel you down to their very words. You become not a person, but an atmosphere. An atmosphere of power. An atmosphere of control. An atmosphere of inner peace that cannot be faked. That's why cool calm breaks the power of others. Because you stop playing their game. You become the board on which they lose their pieces. And the quieter you become, the louder your energy becomes. It resonates without sound. It says, I am the master of my emotions. Your strength is not in convincing. Your strength is in being unwavering. You are not silent out of fear. You remain silent out of power. And one day you will understand. The loudest weapon is silence. It doesn't require an audience. It simply resounds within you.